In this video, we'll be taking a look at one NFL game happening on November 28, 2022, and providing you with a free team pick and total pick for this game. So 2 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on this one NFL game after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. The Pittsburgh Steelers will travel to Indianapolis on Monday night to take on the Colts in a Monday Night Football matchup. Pittsburgh comes into this game at just 3-7 as the team continues to transition into the Kenny Pickett era as the team's quarterback. For the Colts, they are in the midst of their own new era as they play their 3rd game with the team's former All-Pro center Jeff Saturday as the team's interim head coach. Both teams lost last week and have their playoff hopes hanging by a thread at this point. The Pittsburgh Steelers have lost 4 straight road games. Kenny Pickett is completing 65.4% of his passes for 1,426 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. Pat Freiermuth and Deontay Johnson have combined for 938 receiving yards and 1 touchdown, while George Pickens has 33 receptions. The Pittsburgh Steelers' ground game is averaging 107.8 yards per contest, and Najee Harris leads the way with 550 yards and 3 touchdowns. Defensively, Pittsburgh is allowing 24 points and 375.5 yards per game. Miles Jack leads the Pittsburgh Steelers with 81 tackles, Alex Highsmith has 9 sacks, and Minkah Fitzpatrick has 3 interceptions. The Steelers have not had a good season and are in danger of handing Coach Mike Tomlin his first losing season ever. However, there is still time to turn things around, starting with the offense. Pickett has a 65.4% completion rate with a 71.8 quarterback rating. Additionally, he has passed for 20 yards with 3 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. Harris has rushed 148 times for 550 yards and 3 touchdowns. Likewise, Freiermuth has 44 receptions for 482 yards and a touchdown. Deontay Johnson has 51 receptions with 482 yards but has yet to secure a score. Meanwhile, Pickens has 33 receptions for 453 yards with 2 touchdowns. The defense has done the best it could with limited resources. Significantly, TJ Watt only recently returned from an early season injury. He has 10 solo tackles and half a sack over 3 games. Meanwhile, others have had to hold the fort. Cameron Hayward has 24 solo tackles and 4 sacks. Ultimately, he has been the only significant player on the pass rush. Minkah Fitzpatrick has anchored the secondary. Thus, he has established a precedent with 29 solo tackles and 3 interceptions, including one he returned for a touchdown. The Indianapolis Colts have lost 3 of their last 4 home games. Matt Ryan is completing 69.2% of his passes for 2,443 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. Michael Pittman Jr. and Paris Campbell have combined for 1,118 receiving yards and 4 touchdowns, while Alec Pierce has 28 receptions. The Indianapolis Colts ground game is averaging 98.7 yards per contest, and Jonathan Taylor leads the way with 693 yards and 3 touchdowns. Defensively, Indianapolis is allowing 20 points and 307.6 yards per game. Zaire Franklin leads the Indianapolis Colts with 109 tackles. Yannick Ngakoue has 6.5 sacks, and Rodney McLeod has 1 interception. The Colts have not been good offensively this season. Consequently, their offensive woes have contributed to their 4-6-1 record. The Colts have switched quarterbacks twice, and Taylor has not found his footing this season. Ryan has a 69.2 completion percentage with an 87.1 quarterback rating. Additionally, he has 43 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. The offensive line has not helped Ryan much, struggling to block efficiently. Thus, it does not allow Ryan much time to find the open receiver. Taylor has rushed 151 times for 693 yards on a 4.6 yards per carry rate. However, he has struggled to carry the offense as he did last season. It has resulted in the Colts falling behind early and needing to abandon the running game when it has not worked. Likewise, Deion Jackson has rushed 42 times for 130 yards and a score. The Colts have not utilized their running backs efficiently. Unfortunately, the receivers have not shined. Pittman has 67 receptions for 678 yards and a touchdown. Meanwhile, Campbell has 44 receptions for 440 yards and 3 scores. The defense has dealt with numerous injuries. Thus, it has hindered their performance. Stephon Gilmore has played efficiently in the secondary, generating 32 solo tackles and 1 interception. However, Zaire Franklin has been the superior performer in the middle, gobbling 68 solo tackles and 1 sack. Kenny Moore too has 43 solo tackles and a sack to contribute to the effort. The Steelers are 3-7 against the spread in their last 10 road games and 1-4-1 against the spread in their last 6 versus AFC. The Colts are 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games in Week 12. The under is 46-20-1 in Steelers' last 67 road games. The under is 14-2 in Colts' last 16 games overall. The Steelers are 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 meetings. The home team is 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 meetings. This Sunday matchup is fantastic. With a much more simplified ball control offense and Jonathan Taylor's return to health, Indianapolis appears to be a different team. These two teams have had disappointing starts to their seasons, but will look to get a big win on Monday Night Football. Pittsburgh's defense has struggled this season and has allowed 35 points or more in 2 of their last 3 games. Indianapolis has a solid defense, but their offense has only averaged 15 points per game. Indianapolis is scoring very few points at 16 points per game, but its defense is its strength, allowing an average of 20 points per game. The Colts are giving up 307.6 yards per game, which is 4th best in the NFL. Pittsburgh is allowing an average of 25 points per game and scoring only 17 points per game. The Steelers have a rookie quarterback in Kenny Pickett under center, who will be forced into making errors by the Indianapolis defense, which is a pair of linebackers leading the team in tackling and a lineman leading the Colts in quarterback sacks. Pittsburgh's running game is nearly non-existent at 107.8 yards per game, which is 22nd, and the Colts are allowing just 103.4 yards per game on the ground, which is 7th. Saturday's approach has kept Indianapolis in both games and relieved pressure on Ryan at quarterback. Pittsburgh has been strong against the run this season, ranking 7th in the NFL, so I expect Ryan to throw more to set up the Colts' rushing attack. On the other hand, Pickett and the Steelers' offense will struggle to throw the ball against a stingy Colts pass defense. They limited the high-powered Eagles' passing attack to less than 200 yards passing, and Pickett lacks Hurts' escapability. The Pittsburgh Steelers are always going to compete under Mike Tomlin, but there are limitations this season due to a defense that is dead last against the pass and a quarterback who is good for a turnover or 2. The Indianapolis Colts made weird changes to their coaching staff, but that produced a win over the Raiders and nearly upset the Eagles. The Colts have some pep in their step for the first time in a while, and they're still in the thick of the wild card race. Strangely enough, I have more confidence in the Colts as a whole than I do the Steelers. This matchup is pretty even, but the home team has done great against the spread in this series. This will be a good game for the Colts as they try to stay in the playoff picture, so the Indianapolis Colts to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Pittsburgh scores an average of 17 points per game, and Indianapolis scores an average of 16 points per game. The Steelers are allowing an average of 24 points per game, and Indianapolis is allowing an average of 20 points per game. The total has finished under in 5 of Pittsburgh's last 7 played on a Monday and in 41 in the last 59 that Pittsburgh has played against a team with a losing record. The total has finished under in 4 of the last 5 games that Indianapolis has hosted Pittsburgh and in 6 of the last 7 games that Indianapolis has played at home. Despite injuries throughout the season, the Colts' defense has been one of the best in the NFL this season. Pickett will struggle with the Colts' schemes and ability to put pressure on the quarterback. He won't be able to rely on his ground game against the Colts' strong front 7. On the other hand, the Colts will be content to grind out this game and pass to set up the run and control time of possession. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.